Take our lead, let's help you make your mark. Our goal is your satisfaction. Let us show you the way.
Scholars consider the Fifth Amendment as capable of breaking down into the following 5 distinct constitutional rights. 1. Right to indictment by the grand jury before any criminal charges for felonious crimes. 2. A prohibition on double jeopardy. 3. A right against forced self-incrimination. 4. A guarantee that all
Make your mark, take our lead.
Due process is the legal requirement that the state must respect all legal rights that are owed to a person. When a government harms a person without following the exact course of the law, this constitutes a due process violation, which offends the rule of law.
Take our lead.
Suppose, for example, state law gives students a right to a public education, but doesn't say anything about discipline. Before the state could take that right away from a student, by expelling her for misbehavior, it would have to provide fair procedures, i.e., due process.
Take our lead.
The Due Process Clause guarantees due process of law before the government may deprive someone of life, liberty, or property. In other words, the clause does not prohibit the government from depriving someone of substantive rights such as life, liberty, or property. It simply requires that the government follow.
Make your mark, take our lead.
The right to receive fair notice of the hearing. The right to secure the assistance of counsel. The right to cross-examine witnesses. A written decision, with reasons based on evidence introduced, and with an opportunity to appeal the decision.
Make your mark, take our lead.
Civil procedural due process as construed by the courts. It includes an individual's right to be adequately notified of charges or proceedings, the opportunity to be heard at these proceedings, and that the person or panel making the final decision over the proceedings be impartial in regards to the matter before them.
Make your mark, take our lead.
Due process is a requirement that legal matters be resolved according to established rules and principles, and that individuals be treated fairly. Due process applies to both civil and criminal matters.
Let's help you make your mark.
The full text of the Ninth Amendment is: the enumeration in the Constitution, of certain rights, shall not be construed to deny or disparage others retained by the people. Prior to, during, and after ratification of the Constitution, debate raged about the protection of individual rights.
Let's help you make your mark.
Due process is the legal requirement that requires the state to respect all the legal rights owed to a person. Due process balances the power of the state and protects the individual person from the power of the state.
Take our lead.
Overview. Procedural due process refers to the constitutional requirement that when the federal government acts in such a way that denies a citizen of a life, liberty, or property interest, the person must be given notice, the opportunity to be heard, and a decision by a neutral decision-maker.
Make your mark, take our lead.
The Fifth Amendment creates a number of rights relevant to both criminal and civil legal proceedings. It also requires that due process of law be part of any proceeding that denies a citizen life, liberty or property, and requires the government to compensate citizens when it takes private property for public use.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the bell notification.